Hello! It's been a minute since I've done a video. Used to doing the little bit of vault openings and little bits here and there. But today I'm going to talk about something a bit more in depth. Today I'm asking the question, is Blizzard trying to kill Mythic Plus? Let's have a look at this, shall we? Now, in a recent data mining. It's speculation at the moment, but it's going around Twitter, so I thought I'd give my 2 cents on it. And because my 2 cents is longer than Twitter, and I'm not paying for Twitter Blue, I thought I'd make a video. So, according to some recent data mining, the Mythic Plus rotation for patch 10.2 is as follows. Dawn in the Infinites Part 1 and 2, obviously expected. King's Rest from Battle of Azeroth. Siege of Borealis from Battle of Azeroth, Seat of the Triumphant from Legion, Grim Batal from Kata, the Everbloom from Warlords of Draenor, and Shadow Pan Monastery from Mist and Pandaria. Now, just completely removed from the occasion Grim Batal, the Everbloom, and Shadow Pan Monastery, because they are quite some good dungeons. I like the fact that we're adding Grim Batal in here. The Everbloom used to be some great skips in there back in WoD, but they kind of got barred off by trees and shrubbery. If you get the reference, let me know. And then Shadowpan Monastery, that's going to be an interesting one. Can't wait to see that. Dawn of the Infinites, can't wait to see them. Highly expected, wouldn't think anything less. But these three right here, King's Rest, Siege of Borealis, and Seat of the Triumphant. Really? This is why I'm asking, is Blizzard trying to kill Mythic Plus? Let's look at some figures, shall we? Now, going back to patch 7.3 of Legion, when Seat of the Triumphant came out, just shy, 100,743 teams ran that dungeon. Obviously, this is all stats pulled from Raider.io. No way sponsored, but this is all stats that I've gotten from Raider.io. Showing the entire world, so yeah, just shy 101,000 teams. Now, if we look on the other hand at More of Souls, which was a fan favorite of Legion, it was fun, it was engaging. You had the Bond Samdi accidental affix, if you use Starfall or Sidewinders, one of the other spells that pulled the entirety of the boat. It made it crazy and it made it fun. 403,000 times that was ran, and then some. A huge difference, because nobody likes Seat of the Triumphant in Mythic Plus. It was a fun dungeon, it was a good dungeon, it had told the end of a good story. Well, not even the end, it told part of a good story. But as a Mythic Plus dungeon, no thank you. We then look at patch 7.3.2. Only 10,800 people ran Seat of the Triumphant. I say people, teams. Only 10,800. Look at More Souls, 42,794. This was a relatively small patch, okay? But still, a huge disparity in the numbers of people running Seat of the Triumphant to More Souls. And then we look at postseason. Again, Seat of the Triumphant, 17,800. 93,398 teams ran it. A huge, vast difference. This tells me, just from this one dungeon alone, that Blizzard don't care what they think. They don't care what the people like to play. They see a dungeon that nobody ran, or not many people ran it, so they threw it back at us and go, do it again. Instead of going, here's something we know you liked, they're going, here's something you doesn't like you did like. Go nuts. So, I mean, come on. It's right there. And that's Seat of Triumphant. Let's look at another one, okay? King's Rest. Now, I'm using BFA Season 4 as I like to call Silly Season. Again, another reference. If you get it, let me know down below. The reason I call it Silly Season is because in Season 4 BFA, if you didn't play back then, players got to amass massive corruption powers Twilight Devastation, infinite stars, masses upon masses of stats, which just made your class like a glass cannon or shoot big purple beams out of you that literally just eradicated everything. It was so much fun. It was brilliant. 779,000 teams ran King's Rest in Season 4. 689,172 teams ran Siege of Oralis. In the most fun season, we look at 2 other dungeons from that same patch, same expansion. Taldasar, 956,000. Waycrest Manor, 899,000. This is a huge disparity. Blizzard aren't looking at the stats and going, okay, do you know what? These people obviously prefer these dungeons. Let's give it to them. They are alienating the player base by saying, do you know what? Have these ones. We know you obviously don't really like these ones as much, but have these ones. Since the introduction of Mythic Plus, it's been a bit... It started off really well. You know, the dungeons back in Legion, at the start of Legion at least, they were created as dungeons and then Mythic Plus was added on top. That's what made them fun. Since then, it's kind of dwindled down where the dungeons have been created as for Mythic Plus purposes, which takes away a bit of the fun. You know, Corruption was crazy good fun. You know, having all these different bits made it brilliant. It made it engaging. It made it exciting. Reaping was an amazing affix, seasonal affix, which made it exciting, which made it more fun. But it just seems to me that Blizzards aren't really starting to care about what's happening to Mythic Plus. If you look at it over the years, the money that's coming out of the MDI, the Great Push, as rewards, it doesn't scream to people for the amount of time they put in. You know, unless you're one of these big organisations that actually has some money behind you, has sponsorships behind you, then people are only doing it because they're forced to, because that's where you get your best rewards. Your best rewards are coming from the weekly vault. You know, and or you're lucky and get something at the end of the run. But unfortunately, it's starting to seem to me that if you didn't have to do these things to be competitive in raiding, not many people would actually do Mythic Plus. Now, my question being, is it because people aren't enjoying the dungeons? My answer is yes. I honestly think that adding those dungeons into the dungeon pool for next season is going to kill Mythic Plus even more. That's just my thoughts. I'd love to know yours. Just let me know in the comment section below. Until next time,